shines a brand new kind of light. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looking down your nose at me, you think you're something else. You must think I'm the dog that drools each time you ring the bell. Your servant of this most unholy kind. I am just a messenger here to free your minds. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. Stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Oh, 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 oh. One day soon the sun will rise upon this human race. We'll see all the beauty that surrounds us in this place. It's not from all the things you buy with money you have earned. It's how you treat the people with the love that you have learned. Ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Oh, 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 oh. Intentional, you high-class social climbers play your games. Meet the man that works the clock from 9 to 5 each day. Though you sign my paychecks, buddy, you ain't no mystic sage. Your signature ain't worth the ink you leave upon the page. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're heading towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looking down your nose at me, you think you're something else. You must think I'm the dog that drools each time you ring the bell. shines a brand new Cadillac. Oh, 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 oh. One day soon the sun will rise upon this human race. We'll see all the beauty that surrounds us in this place. It's not from all the things you buy with money you have earned. It's how you treat the people with the love that you have learned. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new Cadillac. Oh, 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 oh. Attention, all you high-class social climbers, play your games. Meet the man that works the clock from 9 to 5 each day. Though you sign my paychecks, buddy, you ain't no mystic sage. Your signature ain't worth the ink you leave upon the page. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're heading towards the morning. And you can't stop the sun that shines a brand new Cadillac. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looking down your nose at me, you think you're something else. You must think I'm the dog that drools each time you ring the bell. Well, I am not your servant of this most unholy kind. I am just a messenger here to free your minds. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new Cadillac. Oh, 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 oh. One day soon the sun will rise upon this human race. We'll see all the beauty that surrounds us in this place. It's not from all the things you buy with money you have earned. It's how you treat the people with the love that you have learned.
Well, hello everybody. How are you today? Sorry, I kind of left you guys hanging on the starting soon screen there, but I just got word that I'm an uncle for the 8th time. Literally, as soon as I hit go live, I got a text. So very very happy to welcome the new little one to the planet Earth. So very very good stuff. So um, anyway, I'll probably be thanks, Adudu. Hi, how are you, man? Um, yeah, so I'll probably be checking my phone on and off while we're doing this. Everyone's texting each other right now, so cool stuff. I'm happy about that. That's always exciting. Okay. So anyway, so what we're gonna work on today, this is gonna be a little bit different. Um, if you haven't noticed, I changed my camera setup just a little bit. I'm sitting in my mixing lounge chair right now, and I'm trying something new with the camera where it actually follows me around. So I think that's hopefully it's cool, not creepy. We'll see if this is anything. So anyway, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna be working primarily in traction today. There's not gonna be quite as much. Not quite as much actual live performance today. We're going to be working not really on not really on mixing at first, but we're going to work on first doing getting a nice clean crossfade of the edit that I made to the drums last time. So let's go ahead and head on into traction and let's work with that first. So here we go. So you guys will still be able to see me a little bit while we're working in traction here. So, and I can still see the chat, of course. So, all right. So we are working with C still. This seems like the endless song that we're all kind of like. It was awesome at first, but now it's getting kind of to like the point where it's. Can we do something different soon? Yes, we'll do something different soon. This is part of my trying to fix the monotony of what we've been doing. So, even though we're still working with C, we're going to be doing some different kind of work. So the first thing that I am going to, that was a cool sound I made. It was kind of like a whistle at the same time as, anyway. Okay, so let's bring the drum track and then the drum overdub that I did. Let's put them together down here, so we can listen to them. So I'm going to zoom way in on both of them. Okay, and I'm going to just go ahead and jump into it right here. We're going to hear the overlap, which is probably not going to sound great, but then we'll figure out where exactly we're going to start the crossfade. So yeah, and if you're looking at the waveform right here, you can see the difference in timing. You can see that in the live track that I did right here, you can see those hi-hat hits right there. Or actually that's probably the kick drum. And you can see that this one I actually did properly in time. You can see that they're not really lined up. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump in here, like I said, and figure out where we're going to start. Oh God, oh my God, oh my God. Whew, figure out where we're going to start this crossfade. Okay. A better life. Better life. Okay, so I had the other drum track muted. So let's mute this one this time and listen to the original one and see. Between the lines. Yeah, that's unusable. Okay, so the crossfade should probably be started like right here on this last crash. So let's see. I accidentally turned off my microphone. Well, we're just gonna have to live with that for a second. Just yeah. Okay, yeah. Cause see, I didn't actually crash the cymbal. That was one of the problems with it was I didn't. There was no cymbal between them, so. So I think that's definitely better. Where I've got it right there. So let's go ahead and rewind just a little bit and figure out where our crossover point is going to be. So it should be probably, I should probably do the crossfade. It's like, it might not even have to be a crossfade if this cymbal is loud enough, actually. That I might be able to just completely mask it. So let's try that first, because that's easier than actually doing a crossfade. So what we're going to do is we're going to line the cursor up right here, and then we're going to make two clips here. So I'm going to go ahead and split these clips. Split at cursor position. Okay, and then this one I'm going to mute just that clip. So I'm not going to delete it, but I'm going to mute it. So we're going to see what it's like when we go into here. And then what I'm going to do is maybe about right here, I'm basically going to do the same thing on this track. So let me go ahead and split the clips at cursor position. And now this one in back I'm going to mute. Okay, so let's hear what kind of a crossover this is. If it's smooth enough, we'll just leave it. I'll merge them together as one track without a crossfade. We'll see. Let's just listen and see what that transition is like. A better life. Better life. Okay, I definitely need to turn it down. So what do we have here? Negative 0.23 decibels. So I need to match that with the fader here. So let's negative 0.23. No, negative 3.23 decibels. Let's rewind. That actually it didn't sound. Oh, I went all the way to the beginning of the track. Oh my god. Just fast forward through it. So anyway, it actually sounded pretty smooth. I think that crash actually masks that transition point pretty well. So we might not have to do a crossfade. So let's see. Now I've got turn the music down a bit or your voice up. Turn the music down a bit or my voice up. Let me see. I could probably do. Oh, yeah, I probably should have checked. Probably should have checked the level on my mic. Let me figure out where to do that, because all the audio when I'm doing this comes through Traction. If there's no music going, can you hear my voice okay? Okay, so what I will do is I will let's see. I've already got that boosted there. So let me go ahead and turn the. Let me look at the output while I turn the gain up. So I'm gonna turn the gain up. Is that better? Does that sound better? I don't want it to get too sharp. Let me look at okay. Okay, so that is better. That's good. So let me make sure that I'm not clipping my okay. If it still needs to come up more, let me know, and I can do that. I do know that I need to gain stage all of the tracks. I'm not quite at that point yet, but when I do, the overall volume will come down. So let's see. Okay, that's pretty smooth. So let's see. Let me close these down a little bit. Let's actually go ahead and start. Gain staging. Okay, so let's get rid of the things that we're definitely not going to keep. So this is the old original bass track. Let's go ahead and delete that. These are the old original drums. Let's go ahead and delete those. I do need that one and the count-in track. Right? No, actually, I don't need this one anymore. I can get rid of that. That was one of my guide tracks. Those are all the vocals there. So that's good. This is the clump that comprises the guitar interlude in the middle. So this is new bass, this is new rhythm guitar. So let me go ahead and get rid of the old rhythm guitar. Let me figure out which one of these it is, and I can actually start organizing these now. That's not it.
Come step down from your heights. Bring your poor eyes to focus on what matters in life.
Okay, let me go ahead and unfold her. Okay, so let's go ahead and organize these now. So my voiceover mic is there. I'm going to put the count in here. These are going to be my vocals, so let me go ahead and color these all red. So that's how I keep track of the vocals. I like them to be red. So these are all going to be vocal tracks, and then I'm going to put them together into a submix folder called vocals. Okay, create a submix containing, and this submix 1 we're going to rename. Ooh. Let's use an O instead of a capital 0. Vocals. Okay, so this is going to be lead 1. Lead 2, and then this one's going to be, just let me rename it, harmony 1. Copy and paste that so I don't have to retype it in here. We'll make that harmony 2. Alright, getting organized now. Alright, so this is... And since all my guitars have names, I actually just type the name of the guitar in there. That helps me. So that's Dorothy, and Dorothy is going to be blue, as she is an electric guitar. This is the original vocal. I can go ahead and get rid of that. And then what do we have here? I think, okay. Okay, so this one is definitely Straterpillar lead, we're going to call that. And Straterpillar is going to be more of a dark blue. Okay, and this is going to be the Dorothy lead, and that's going to be light blue. Dorothy lead. All right, let's hear what this one is. Do I have one more here? What is it? That was a mistake. That was bleed over from a microphone, so I didn't even need that. So I'm going to color this one light blue, and this is going to be, I'm going to call this the Dorothy Twiddle. That'll be the Dorothy Twiddle is what we're going to call that. Okay, and then what's this one? That be Thumper. So that needs to be green. If I could just stop clicking. Oh, I clicked too many times. Okay. This is Thumper. And then this is going to be the main track for Straterpillar, I think, but let's double check. Definitely, and that's a very good performance if I don't say so myself. Alright, so Straterpillar. And then these are drums, of course. Drums, and then this is going to be drums. I'm going to say Overdub 1. I'm not going to actually start compiling these more until like the end. So, let's see here. Still looking for more baby news, so. Okay. Vocals. Okay, this is my submix folder for vocals. Okay, so let's layer these properly. So I'm going to say we got Straterpillar, Dorothy, and then Thumper, drums. The drums overdub should stay with the drums. And those should go into their own submix. So this is going to be new submix. And we're going to call this one drums. Now, what this will allow us to do by creating these submix folders, I can make global adjustments to anything inside that folder. So once I get the drums mixed in relation to each other the way that they want, like all the drum overlays and stuff like that, then I can actually use the fader over here on the drums submix folder. I can use that to globally adjust the volume for everything all together. So I don't have, if I want the drums to be louder, I don't have to do it to each individual track. I can just do it to everything that's located inside of that folder. So once I have things mixed that are supposed to go together, once I have them mixed in relation to each other, then I put them in a submix folder together. So it makes them like one track, but you still have each individual track if you need to go back and make edits later. So it's a nice way to work. Let's see, and Dorothy Twiddle. So these are going to go together into a submix folder, and we're going to call this solo. So that's going to be the guitar solo. Okay, and so then all of the music is going to go together into a submix folder called backing track. So Stratopillar, Dorothy, Thumper, drums, and solo. So we're going to put those now all into a submix track. And we're going to call that submix track backing track. Backing track? Backing track. Alright, so now that is all underneath there. So let me show you what I'm talking about here so we can get it playing. And then I'm going to be able to use the fader just on the main backing track submix folder, and that will adjust the volume for everything that's inside of that backing track.
Everyone needs to stand up right now to this religion of spite.
So then I'm left with just the vocals, and then I can
Just one or two
bring the
words
music back
of
in.
wisdom. Turn on the light. I will not forget the lies they told.
Okay, so let's go ahead and mute the vocals folder. So we're dealing with just the music, and we're going to mix all of the music. I'm going to mix all of the elements of the backing track so that they sound good together. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's go ahead and reset the volume to 0 on that. Let me save this so far. In case we have a catastrophic failure, I'll be able to come and fix this here. So, let's go. Let's just start with... no. Oh, jeez. It's my grandmother. My grandmother is trying to FaceTime me. I'm going to put my Be Right Back on, and I will be right back. To anyone who has joined us that hasn't heard yet, as soon as I started the stream, I got a text that I've just become an uncle for the 8th time. So everybody's very, very excited right now. So I'm going to put you guys on a Be Right Back for a few minutes, and I'll be right back, okay? I'll be right back.
Attention, all you high-class social climbers, play your games. Meet the man that works the clock from 9 to 5 each day. Though you sign my paychecks, buddy, you ain't no mystic sage. Your signature ain't worth the ink you leave upon the page. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're heading towards the morning. And you can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looking down your nose at me, you think you're something else. You must think I'm the dog that drools each time you ring the bell. But I am not your servant of its most unholy kind. I am just a messenger here to free your minds. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Oh, 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 oh. One day soon the sun will rise upon this human race. We'll see all the beauty that surrounds us in this place. It's not from all the things you buy with money you have earned. It's how you treat the people with the love that you have learned. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Oh, 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 oh.
I can't tell if it's cool or if it's creepy. Maybe a little bit of both. I don't know. Anyway, I'm back. I think Grandma has already moved on to the next family member. Grandma is 93 and she can rock that iPad. FaceTime to everybody. She's got it all figured out. She's a neat lady. Let me see here. So she's like, I ain't got time for you. And she's moving on. Okay, so I'll try to talk to Grandma later. Let me fix the window here. There we go. All right, back to the show. All right, so where were we? So we're gonna start gain staging all of these elements. So we are going to start setting the levels individually for everything. So kind of the main thing that everything is going to follow is going to be those two guitars, Stratopillar and Dorothy. So we're going to... I got to figure out a way to do this that does not mute me. How do I do this in a way that does not mute me? Well, no. Here's what we'll do. And why didn't Dorothy turn blue? Dark blue. Or Stratopillar. Okay, so what I am going to do here is zoom this so I can see it a little bit better. Alright, so I am going to start with these two guitars. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to individually turn everything else down. So I'm going to turn these all the way down. Thumper's going to get turned all the way down. Okay, and then the drums get turned all the way down. Well, yeah, let me go ahead and turn the solo all the way down too. So it's nice to only have to mess with like 3 faders. So let's go ahead and give this a listen at this point. Alright, we've got that panned 100% to the right. Okay, now we are going to bring... Actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's get more of a... Let's get kind of a good mono mix going. Alright, so let's try to... Let's start bringing Dorothy in. Okay, so let's start it over.
3, 4.
Okay. We want to make sure that's really accentuated, so we'll bring it up another couple decibels. Alright, so I think that the balance between those two guitars is pretty good right now. Of course, I want Dorothy as the lead instrument to be just a little bit louder, have a little bit more bite. So I think that that's a good mix between those two guitars. So now, let's mix the bass in as well. That's really catching a lot of the sibilance right now. It's very volatile microphone at the moment. so I've had the bass. I've had to turn the bass up to +6 decibels. So I'm actually going to. I could probably fix these with normalization. Maybe I should just go ahead and do that. Maybe I should normalize these tracks. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. We're at that point. Add effect. We're going to normalize it to like -18 decibels. Okay, so let's go to the settings for the normalization. Going to set -18 as the peak level for that. And then we're going to do the same thing for Dorothy. Normalize. We're going to normalize it to -18 decibels. So if you don't know what normalizing is, what normalizing does is you set what's called a normalization level, and that will ensure that the loudest peak of that track is at that level. So generally speaking, I like to mix tracks that are hovering right around the -18 dB point. So if the track isn't already around that when I tracked it, then I will go in and I will run a normalizer on it to move it back to that level. -18 dB gives you a lot of headroom going forward. So the drums I'm not going to normalize, however, because that's a stereo track, and I'm going to process that in a special way. So I'm not going to normalize the drum track, not right now at least. So let's go ahead and head back to the beginning of the song here. And it's a lot more quiet now. So I can probably turn Stratopillar down a couple dB.
One, two, three, four.
Alright, so I want Dorothy to be the louder guitar of the two, so I'm going to set that to 0 dB now in the mix. Alright, I feel like you get enough flavor from each of those individually at this level. And then of course we're going to we'll use compression as we need to make sure that everything sits as far forward as it needs to. Alright, let's go ahead and bring Thumper back in. Alright, so I've got that at about, the bass at about +3 dB, which it's commonly said that that when the Beatles were mixing, that they would mix everything else first, and then they would mix Paul's bass in about 3 dB louder than everything else, so that it was very prominent. So I'm keeping my bass track quite prominent. Plus 3 dB sounds pretty good right now. Once we get everything else going and all together, that'll probably change, but we'll see. That's a good place to start right now. Mom. Oh, there's Mom. I just heard. Okay. Let's see. So. Okay, now let's go ahead and mix the drums in. So let's set both of their individual track volumes back to 0, and then mix it back in. And then another cool thing that I can do with this is now, instead of having to have the echo chamber and the compressor on each individual track for the drums, I can move those up to the drums bus. And the echo chamber, let's move that up here too. And so now the compression and the echo chamber will act on it as one unit, even though it's just one track. I mean, even though it's 2 tracks right now, it'll treat it as one. So, yeah. See how much bigger it is with the compressor on it? I can actually back it off a little bit now. And it might actually be a little over compressed at this point, so let me. God, and I know you can't see me actually working with the compressor. You can't see me dragging my compressor around, can you? You probably just see the mouse moving around. That's what I'm guessing. Okay, but I've got a big, lovely interface that I'm looking at right now. I gotta fix that. I gotta figure out a way for you guys to be able to see this that I'm working on. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna reconfigure my my compressor here, because I feel like it's smashed the drums just a little too much, so it makes them sound a little too big. Nah. Yeah. Yeah, listen to that. Now we got a good solid sounding backing track at a manageable volume. It's still in mono. I haven't stereo canned anything yet. But this is good music. That kick drum just thumps. So see how much I lose? It's not just volume that I lose, but it's intensity that I lose when I turn the compressor off. Let me turn it back on and you'll immediately hear the difference. Okay, now let's go ahead and mix in the guitar solo. Let's listen to that again. That could be a little louder. I've made it worse. Whew. I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with it's just a little bit of sunlight blinding me. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad for a rough mix. And I certainly did not notice. Sorry, I'm cracking my knuckles. I do. And my microphone's running through a compressor, so I know my knuckle cracking is probably super loud. Anyway. Okay, so now let's mix the vocals in. So the first thing that we're going to do is let's mix them to each other. So we're going to go ahead and mute the entire backing track. And so let me go ahead and normalize. Normalize the lead vocals at least. And we'll normalize those to negative 18 dB. Add effect, normalize. Let's see, where did I learn all this mixing stuff? Just years of doing my own research, and I never went to school for it or anything like that. Did I already hit the normalizer on this? Yeah, I did. I just didn't set it to negative 18. It's mostly been independent research when it comes to audio engineering, and reading lots and lots of books. It's something that has always really interested me, especially the recording practices of old, like from the 50s and 60s. I think that is fascinating stuff. So, I've read basically everything that I can get my hands on about that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's basically just all self-study. It's something that I'm extremely passionate about. So I have done years and years of research. And it's something that I feel like you're always learning. I would never call myself an expert audio engineer. I am not. And I never will be. There's always new stuff to learn. Even if you're looking towards the past, there's still always new stuff to learn. Because there were just a million crazy things that they were doing. There was no standardization back then. So if you read an account of one studio engineer, it's going to be a fairly different experience than any other audio engineer may have had. So it's like the more of those people that you can tap into and read about, the more you're going to learn, because everybody did things differently. Anyway, that's what I have to say about that. So again, like, the art of compression is still something that confounds me. It probably took me about 5 years of using compressors to understand what a compressor actually does and how to use it, not just properly, but also artistically. Compressors they're my favorite piece of studio equipment. They can add so much flavor to a mix. I mean, some of them even like add their own EQ to a track. So sometimes just using a different compressor on a track and just leaving it there, not even dialing in any compression on it, but just allowing it to go through the emulated tubes and whatnot, gives the track a different flavor. Compressors are really cool devices, and of course it's all done digitally now most of the time, but analog compression is it's vital. It is vital to that late 50s, up through the 60s sound. So I use a lot of compression. I don't mean that I use a lot of heavy compression, but I use a lot of compression, like, artistically on tracks. So Anyway, let me collapse these again. But that whole tracking at negative 18 dB, that is kind of more of a modern industry standard. Back in the day, more or less, they would just track just so that they weren't clipping too bad. But when you're recording digital, you don't want to be anywhere near clipping, because digital clipping is different than analog clipping. Analog clipping actually has a warmth and a fuzziness to it. Digital clipping sounds like garbage. You can tell that the track is damaged. So you don't want to track anywhere near 0 dB digitally. So I guess that's kind of one of the hybridizations that I'm using here. Is I'm actually tracking at a lower volume, like they do in modern day digital studios, but then I'm gonna push those all up when I start running them through the analog consoles and things, so that I do get that heat and tube warmth, and that little bit of analog clipping and saturation. So right now I'm trying to make sure that I have a lot of what's called headroom. So the lower the volume of something is, the more headroom it has before it starts to clip. So when you're working in a digital realm, you want to make sure that you have a lot of headroom to work with. So I generally track at the industry standard between negative 12 and negative 18 dB. Everybody's got their own style of doing it. I like to err more on the side of caution, so I like to track even quieter than others might. But then the trade-off with that is then you're lowering your signal to noise ratio. So sometimes when you then boost those tracks back up in volume, then you get a lot more of the white noise underneath, the inherent noise from the electronics and whatnot. So, it's kind of a balancing act. But again, since this album is not going to be super clean, I'm really not worried about that. If I get little hums and pops and clicks every now and then there, I'm just not worried about that. I'm worried about the music sounding good, because I'm already going to intentionally destroy it just a little bit so that it sounds old. So, anyway, I'm off my soapbox and back to work here. So let's mix the vocals now. Where are the leads? Oh, the leads, you can't hear them because I normalized them down really, really low. So let me normalize these now. Normalize to negative 18 dB. So that's harmony 2, harmony 1. What do I already forgot what I was doing. From the time I clicked to the time that I lifted my finger back up off the button, I forgot what I was doing. Negative 18 dB. Okay, so let's see here. Alright, so let's set both of the leads back to 0 dB. Alright, so now I'm going to mix the double tracks together. Okay, so I'm bringing them both back to center. And notice when I bring them back to center, it instantly amplifies the modulation. See what you can find. Like, you can really tell that it's two voices. Learn what really lies. So
behind the lies.
that effect kind of disappears a little bit in stereo.
Look at all of these protests.
So now I have one mixed all the way left and one mixed all the way right. So the modulation is gone.
And it's this fighting amongst ourselves that brings the battlefront to your door.
So it's a really cool illusion. So even though it's two separate vocal takes, when you mix one all the way to the left and one all the way to the right, you start to lose the modulation. And the modulation is the spots where the frequencies are different, because you can never sing something exactly the same way twice. It just, you can't do it. So that's why double tracking is so cool, because you get this little bit of modulation, this little bit of sparkle by putting those two vocal tracks together. But if you sit them right on top of each other, let me go back, you'll be able to really hear, the places where the frequency is different and the places where the frequency is exactly the same. So it's kind of like this undulating wave that goes through it. And some of the frequencies cancel themselves out, especially if you reverse phase on one of them, which that's a whole other discussion. We're not going to talk about that right now. But so let me play it with both of them right on top of each other now. There's no more panning.
When I could be the friend you never had, or I could be the end to your days gone bad.
So here, I mean, it's almost kind of like there is a phase shift in there, and it's quite pronounced when you have them right on top of each other like that. So of course, when the Beatles were first recording, and they're very famous for using double-tracked vocals. Virtually all of their early stuff used double-tracked lead vocals. You missed that modulation by just mixing them to different levels, so I can so if I leave them center panned like this, I'll just start pulling the volume down on one of them, and you'll notice that the modulation goes away a little bit, but then you lose some of the magic of the double track.
But no one will lend a helping hand until they can see.
So the double track is still there, but you hear the modulation is much less.
See what you can find
because one of them is much lower.
between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lies. Now I bet you will find.
Now bring both the volume back to equal.
Better life.
So a lot of times when I do a double track like this, unless I want that really strong modulation, which there's definitely a place for that. But what I will do a lot of the time is I will pan one all the way left, one all the way right, so they're not on each other at all. So you still get a little bit of the double track effect. You get more of a richness to the lead vocal. It has more presence, but you don't get the modulation of them sitting right on top of each other. Or another thing that I will do sometimes is I will mix them in mono first, and then I will pull the volume down on one of them so that the modulation kind of starts to go away, but we still get a nice double track. Then I'll keep the main one dead center, and I'll take the one that I pulled the volume down on, and I'll move it left or right. So you get, you have the center pan vocal, but then you've got it like just kind of like a little whisper of it on the other side of your head, which is kind of a cool effect too. Yeah, so when it comes to stereo panning, you can really use that as an artistic tool as well. And as we're working with this, we'll figure out what method we're going to use with these vocals. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet exactly, so we'll see what happens. But for right now, in this early mixing phase, I want them to be equal volume, one in my left ear, one in my right ear, and then I'll work from there. So let's go ahead and move them back.
Until they can see
So there's left.
See what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lies. Now I bet you will find a better life. And I'm tired of all this run around. I'm tired of all the hate. And I'm tired of all this sitting down. There's no time left to waste. Now I'm tired of empty promises of action you will take. Now I hope you will see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies.
Okay.
Behind the lies. Now I bet you will find.
Okay. So that's good. So now let's balance the background, guys. So what did I do to those already? I already put a Fairchild on both of those. I'm actually going to delete that. I'm going to delete the compressors on both of those tracks. Pan them both to center, both at 0 dB. Now, the modulation I think is especially cool on double-tracked background vocals. So we're definitely going to be using, definitely going to be keeping the background vocals closer together in the stereo spectrum, because you definitely want jangle and mysteriousness there. So let's listen.
Until we can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies.
Okay, I'm gonna put an echo chamber send on these.
Now I bet you will find a better life. Look at all of these protest marchers go. We're a country at war.
Send.
Fighting amongst ourselves that brings the battlefront to your door.
And generally on the background vocals, you want to put way more reverb on them than the lead vocals, because reverb isn't just a cool, doesn't just give a cool sound to a track. It gives ambiance and it gives dimension. So like when you've got, you can actually mix in 3 dimensions. You've got stereo, but then you've also got volume, and then you've got reverb or delay. So stereo panning is in this dimension right here, but then volume brings it closer to you or further away from you, but then you enhance that effect with reverb. The more reverb you put on something, your brain hears it as farther away. It's like, oh, bigger echo, so it must be further away, or it must be in a larger space. So, you know, it's all that psychoacoustic stuff is really fascinating, and it's really fun to play around with. So the background vocals, I'm going to move them way into the background, especially because I want them to be kind of spooky in this song. So I'm going to leave a lot of reverb on those.
When I could be the friend you never had, or I could be the end to your days gone bad, but no one will lend a helping hand until they can see.
I hear airplane.
See what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lies. Now I bet you will find a better life.
Eventually I'm going to have to redo those whoos, because they don't all line up in the same place. Because those are still the original tracks from the day that I did the experimenting. they're really good, but I know I can do them better. So that will be one of the things that we overdub. But let's go ahead and get the levels set properly. So that'll make it a little bit easier when I retrack them, because I'll kind of have a track that's already set up. So when I'm tracking it, it'll already in my head sound the way I mixed it. So they're kind of stand-ins right now.
See what you can find
I'm going to
between the lines. Learn what really lies
reduce each of those by 3 dB.
behind the lines. Now I bet you will find
Negative 3 dB.
better life.
Negative 3 dB. Save it.
And I'm tired of all. See what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. Now I bet you will find.
Okay, why is that? Why is that coming through the echo chamber? Why are the cymbals coming through? I don't understand. No matter, let's go ahead and add the music back in and see what happens here.
Better life. Look at all of these protest marchers go. We're a country at war. And it's this fighting amongst ourselves that brings the battlefront to your door. I could be a friend you never had. I could be the end to your days gone bad. No one will lend a helping hand until they can see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. I bet you will find a better life. I'm tired of all this runaround. Tired of all the hate. I'm tired of all this sitting down. There's no time left to waste. I'm tired of empty promises and actions you take. I hope you will see what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. I bet you will find a better life. See what you can find between the lines. Learn what really lies behind the lines. I bet you will find a better life.
This solo.
See what you can find between the lines.
I'm pretty pleased with it. I just feel like... What if I turn Dorothy off altogether? It's like I keep chasing that guitar around because I loved that track so much. But what if it's not a big deal if I need to record it and I have been beating myself over the head trying to follow that guitar track around with everything else? Let's turn it off. Let's turn that guitar off and listen to it just with the finger picking rhythm that I did on Straterpillar and see what it's like.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come step down from your rainbow. Come step down from your high.
See, like, I feel like that hi-hat thing is much more in time with this. Like, I think the big, overdriven lead rhythm guitar that I have been chasing around, maybe I just need to re-record that. Maybe that's what I have needed to re-record to get everything to sync up right. Yeah, listen to this. This is dead on. This is great. I think it's that guitar that needs to be re-recorded. Let's see though, because that would be an easy fix. Yeah, like the drums are right on with this, you know, because I was following the voice and following the bass. Like, I think the intensity of the overdriven Dorothy track on there, I think the intensity of it was awesome, but I was speeding up and slowing down. You know, it's like I was not being a good lead guitar. I was being a bad lead guitar. I was trying to pull everyone in and out of time with me. Because, like, I'm impressed by how solid the beat is here. So, let's finish it up, make sure I'm not just tripping. And if that's the case, that's an easy fix. I would love to play that guitar part again. probably go with a little less echo on the drums. That'll bring them forward a little bit. Yeah, dude, this is perfect. It's like I was knocking my head over the drums so much, and it's like I was actually doing a good job. They just were not. I'm not imagining that right. Like that was perfect. Like there was really no rhythm issues. It's like they all went away once I took that guitar out. Yeah. I think so. I think I'm going to re-record that guitar. Let's set up to rock and roll. All right, so let me go back into my webcam here. Configure video. Configure video, I say. Let's turn the face follow off. Done. Okay. My face is no longer followed. All right. So, it's like a thunderstorm. To manhandle this microphone around. All right. So let's not stare longingly out the window. Come on. Over here. Over here. Hello. I think that's good. All right, so let's get Dorothy prepped. Ah, man, that was a loud one. See, that thing... good God. That is so annoying. Sorry. All right. Let's get down to business. God, that's loud. Why is that so loud? It's terrible. Just terrible. Just terrible. Oh, I should turn, should plug my guitar into the amplifier. It don't make any noise. It's not plugged into the amplifier. Well, it does, but not recordable noise. I guess technically it is recordable. Oh, but then I need to plug that microphone into... Hold on. I'm just a mess. I'm just a mess. Where is it? Let's turn this all the way down so we don't kill anyone when I plug it in. love this guitar. Back to Traction. Alright, so let's go ahead and create a new track. Input number 2. Okay, let's look down here. Okay, let's turn the pad off. Let's set that so. Be a little louder here. Okay, so that should be loud enough. So let's put the tuner on and put the capo on the 3rd fret. What do I do with my black capo? Third fret. Okay, so let's do the old switcheroo. A little bit of television magic. Move Traction over here and OBS over here so I can monitor what's happening. Okay. Alright, so let's tune up first. Alright, so let's see, let's get that tone. I can hear it too much through the microphone. I'm going to turn the mic off for right now. 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four.
Come step down from your rainbow.
Oh God, sorry, I'm back. Okay, I have a problem. I think. I deleted one of my guide tracks. That one I specifically said, "Oh, I don't need that anymore." Well, I may have needed it. Well, we'll try it again. Sometimes I do. Why? Ugh. Standing up makes me do a little bit of a performance sometimes. A better performance, I mean. I think. Yeah, depends on what I'm recording. You know, if I'm recording something, more quiet and somber, definitely. But when I'm playing something that I want to be like a rocker, like I would play this on stage, you know, running and jumping around and stuff like that. So it's like to get that live energy, I feel like I need to stand up. So yeah, it totally depends on what I'm playing. And sometimes I'll stand up to play just because my butt hurts, you know. So, but today I am standing because I feel like I need that energy. So, I really hope I'm going to be able to do this because or if there's a way to recall that thing that I deleted, I don't know. Let's try this a couple more times and see what happens.
2, 3, 4.
I can't do it without that other track, because that was the one that I based everything else off of. I wonder if there's a way that I can go in here and recall it. I've never had to do this before. Not to this extent. The track that I'm trying to get back now was... it was the first of this chunky rhythm. Whereas the thing that I'm playing on Stratapillar is it's a little bit different beat. It's like offbeat. It's... So I can't find that first beat off the count in. So let me see if there is a way, because it doesn't... I didn't tell it to delete the actual source material. I don't know who that is. It's probably a scam caller. Clipboard search, tracks. Yeah, I would have to completely backtrack, and I don't think it saves that many layers. Oh, you know what I can do? Because I made a mistake, I can fix this. Hold on. Save edit, and let me go into projects. I saved an earlier version of this that has that track on it. I should be able to just import it. Oh god, sorry. Should be able to just import it to the new version. Yeah, there it is. Oh, there it is. Let's see. Copy the selected track to clipboard. Create a new track. Come on. Now, there it is. What happened to the mic audio? Can you hear me now? It's because I went into another project that didn't have my voiceover mic set up. You can hear me now, right? Okay. Oh, it was just very weird. Okay. Is it okay now? Is it back to normal? Okay, cool. Oh, thank God that I saved an earlier version of this. I don't know what possessed me to do that, but I'm glad I did. Wow. So that should... Because, yeah, you'll be able to hear that it'll... you'll hear just a very soft little bit of that chunky rhythm, and then it'll fade out really fast. But that's just enough for me to get into the song where the drums, or where something comes in that'll help me stay in rhythm. So this is the problem, not recording with a click track. But again, that's how they did it in the old days. Okay, so let me make sure this is good.
One, two, three, four.
2, 3, 4.
I think so. Yes. What's up? Huh? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Turn the volume of that up.
1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four.
All right. I think this is going to work. We'll find out. So let's go ahead, collapse this a little bit here. Doodah, doodah. Oh, what have I done? Yeah, smaller. Like that. Stay there. Okay, so if we can turn that back just a little bit more. I feel like I need it louder in my ears, so I'm turning it up in my own ears a little bit. I don't think it shouldn't affect your volume. The volume that you hear it at. And maybe I'll turn the actual guitar's volume up as I'm recording it. Alright, so let's see. Let's turn this off again.
One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four.
what you can find. Tonight, learn what really lies. Find the light, I bet you will find. The light, you'll see all of these protest marchers go. We're a country at war. It's this fighting amongst ourselves that brings the battlefront to your door. I could be a friend you never had. I could be the end to your days gone bad. No one will lend a helping hand till they can see what you can find. Tonight, learn what really lies. Time and light, I bet you will find. There's a light. Now time of all this run around, time of all hate. Now time of all this sitting down, there's no time left to wait. Now time of empty promises, actions we take. I hope you will see what you can find. In the night, learn what really lies. Time to light, I bet you will find a better life. See what you can find. In the night, learn what really lies. Time to light, I bet you will find a better life. A better life. A better life. Better life. In the night.
Well, hello, our new friend from Chile. I'm gonna listen back to that really quick. Oh, let's see. Echo chamber is up there. Yeah, so what is the deal here with my... What happened? Something's wrong. Oh yeah, let me turn the gain down on that just a little bit. That's pretty crazy. Yes, welcome to the stream. Let's see. How do we pronounce your handle, my friend? Is it Poiwor? I think it's supposed to be power somehow. Is it power? Power from Chile? Okay, so let's go ahead and listen back to that. I know I made a couple of mistakes, but I want to see if the timing is any better now. I'm gonna have to come up with a different. It's like every time I try to change my mic situation, I make it worse.
One, two, three, four.
Come step down from your rainbow. Come step down from your high. Bring your poor eyes before it gets on. What matters in life? The battle front to your door.
Okay, so I think I got a little too much overdrive at this point, so I'm going to back my volume off on my guitar to about 9. I have to turn this off so that I can actually hear it through the software. Okay, I think that's a better overdrive sound. And now I am going to re-record that. Turn off.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Come step down from your rainbow. Come step down from your high. Bring your poor eyes before it gets on. What matters in life? Everyone needs to stand up right now. This religion is right. Just one or two words of wisdom. Turn on the light. I will not forget life is so whole. I will not regret my life unfold. Who knows what the future holds? See what you can find. Learn what really lies. Climb high, and I bet you will find the light. You'll see all of these protest marchers go. We're a country at war. It's this fighting amongst ourselves that brings the battle front to your door. I could be the friend you never had. I could be the end to your days gone bad. No one will lend a helping
4. One, two, three, 4.
I made that guide fade out faster because it was throwing me off. Hey, Almighty, thanks for lurking. Thanks for lurking. We appreciate your lurking. Having a bit of a struggle here. It'll all work out. Good to see you. Oh, hey, Almighty, since you're here, I don't know if you've met Dorothy before. Have I showed you this guitar before? It is a 2005 Epiphone Dot. Bought it brand new in 2005. And 2 years ago, I got sick of it with its nasty pickups in it and everything, and its terrible gold-plated hardware on it. So I decided I was going to completely destroy the guitar, basically, and rebuild it in glorious fashion as an absolutely period-correct 1958 Gibson ES335. It's the same body style, of course, same big old fat late 50s neck on it, but the only thing that is original on this guitar anymore at this point is the neck and the body. Basically anything that's wood I left. Everything else is brand new. These pickups in it, these are the amazing Epiphone Pro Buckers. Those are Epiphone's top of the range PAF replicas. They're fantastic. I wired them for coil splitting so I can run them in humbucking or split mode, so I can get like the fat pass sound, or I can get like a nice P90 sound out of them. This thing is amazing. I love it. This is my absolute baby. So yeah, I mean, like, you can get the whole, you know, if I've got it split, I'm on the bridge pickup right now, I just get a real nice you can get some nice country spank out of it, but then all you have to do if you want it to growl is push the volume button back down in. It engages the full humbucker and, really pushes your amp. So turn off. you know, all that lovely dirt. And then the neck pickup is just a nice, beautiful, nice, soft, jazzy. Where am I? Why the heck can't I find that chord? Hello, Ray Cololo. Welcome to the stream. That's nice. Yeah, those Fishman Devin Townsend signatures, those are... I haven't played them, of course, but they're quite, yeah, totally. So, heavy high gain voice 1, Telecaster style voice 2, and then the coil tap for a Stratty sound voice. Yeah, that's really nice. That makes for a really versatile guitar. Yeah, good on you. That is awesome. Very cool. Anyway, back to the recording of this track, and I am recording this track with the bridge pickup split. Volume's on about 9, so I'm not overdriving the amp quite as much. It sounds so much better when I turn this mic off and you can't hear the bleed over.
One, two, three, four.
Bring your poor eyes to focus. bet you will find there's a light. Now time for all this run around, time for all the hate.
Just abort. Yeah, I need to get that. I need to get that high energy I had back when I recorded the first take of that a few weeks ago. You can tell how low the volume that I'm actually recording at is because you can, when I have the mic on, you can actually hear my pick on on the strings. I'm actually recording at extremely low volume. And then I'm boosting it in, well, I'm not boosting it. I mean, it sounds louder in the software itself than it actually is. See, I mean, you can almost hear the pick more than you can hear the guitar itself. All right, I need to get this louder in my ears still. I need my ears to like bleed. I'm gonna switch over to my noise canceling headset really quick. All right, so let me turn that all the way up. Oh yeah, okay, that hurts. Yeah, rock and roll, that's the way to do it.
One, two, three, four.
Come step down from your rainbow. Come step down from your heights. Bring your poor eyes to focus on
I think I might be recording with just a little bit too much delay. Well, hello. Oh, God. Apparently. Hold on. I need to delete my voiceover mic tracks before I start speaking. Delete. But I'm still here. Cool. Thanks, Almighty. I'm glad. Are you talking about that that little interlude in the middle, the whole? Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then I've got it doubled with the, and then the awesome twiddly bits at the end. Very country. Let's see. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm glad that worked in the way I thought it would. Oy. Okay, so definitely better. Now that I've got it to where it hurts my ears, now I can get into it. So, the only problem that I have is the fact that I deleted that original. I deleted my original count in, and then I've got this terrible thing at the beginning that helps a little bit, but it's basically like an old ghost track. Yes, it seems to be popular, that little interlude bit. Everybody loves the solo. Cool. Thanks, Adudu. I'm glad. I aim to please. So I'm gonna cut this off even. I'm gonna cut this off even shorter here. What time is it? Ugh, God, I'm gonna have to go in a few minutes. This was kind of a short session. Yeah, we've had some pretty exciting family things happen today. I just became an uncle for the 8th time today. So I'm going to go and we're going to Skype and FaceTime with some people here in a little bit. So, but I wanted to get some work done today, and I have basically made it. Oh, hello. I can barely read that. Hold on. I need to get somewhere where I can read it bigger. Ah. Is it supposed to be hermit? Hermit with an A? Hermat? Herma? We're glad you're here. Let's see. Anyway, I wanted to get a little bit of work done today, and I basically kind of promised you guys that I'm not going to work on this. I'm not going to work on this without you, so that we've got at least one song here where you guys can say you saw the whole thing. So, it's like I've got other projects that I'm working on off camera, but this song right now, I'm trying to figure out this format of you guys watching me record the album. This song I'm not working on without you guys, so I wanted to get a little bit of work done on it today, so of course I'm rolling the camera. Alright, so let's cut that out a little sooner this time and see if that helps. So I've maybe got time for one more take. I'm sure Davina is going to remind me in short order here. I asked her to, because I don't look at the time when I'm doing this, so she pops into my chat and lets me know when it's time to come back down to earth. I haven't even had a sip of water this whole time. All right, so let's try this one more take. Oh God, what did I do with my pick? There it is. All right, so let's go back to this view so you guys can see what's up. All right, here we go, everybody.
1,
Oh.
2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four.
What you get back, the light.
Yeah, don't know if that was the one, but sure was fun. Yeah, we are getting there. Now that I've figured out that, the main culprit to the rhythm issue that I was having was the original, overdriven guitar track. I was trying to... what is happening? Hold on. Jeez. I don't know what I just did there. Recorded all kinds of new stuff. We'll put that on an experimental album. I don't know what happened. But anyway, yeah, so because when I muted this guitar's track, everything else was in sync. So it's like I've been breaking my back trying to follow this guitar around, because it was an amazing take. It was just I was not being a good leader, and I was speeding up and slowing down when I originally laid this track down. So I'm trying to replay it because it's like everything else is in sync. So I just need to re-record this guitar part so that it's in sync with everything. So again, that was good. The energy's good. But man, it's gonna take at least one more session. Thank God I don't have to do drums again, though. I thought I was gonna have to do drums again, but it turns out the drums were fine. The drums were fine the whole time. I was totally in time. It was trying to make everything follow this guitar around, because this track was recorded not first, but closest to the beginning out of all the tracks that I'm working with right now, and it just wasn't a steady rhythm I was playing. So, those are the pitfalls of trying to do track-on-track recording by yourself without a click track. But I don't know. It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. I don't need a click track. Not for this project. We're gonna keep it organic. As long as everything stays in time with each other, it's fine. I don't care if it speeds up or slows down. It just needs to all stay together. So anyway, so yeah, like I said, we're gonna have to record at least one more guitar track and a couple of other vocals. But other than that, man, we're pretty much there. So we're pretty much there. This is the first part of the session. To those of you that weren't with us, I was doing like a rough mix and gain staging before starting overdubbing. So I think we've got a good balance. We got a good sounding mix. Nothing's compressed yet except the drums. Nothing's got any EQ on it or anything like that, so it's all very dry, and that's awesome. When you get something that sounds this good before you've done any post-processing to it, that just makes the rest of our job so much easier. So anyway, I thank you all for hanging out with me. I'm going to go Skype with family now. We've had some good news that we need to share around today, so we've added a new member to the family, so happy about that, of course. So anyway, my normal, usual sign off. Let me pull this closer to my face. There we go. All right, so you guys, we will. This was kind of like a bonus session Monday, because of course I'm my new schedule that has been set in stone now is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Starting between 12 and 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thursdays are studio work, Fridays are flight sim, and Saturdays are, just kind of random gaming days. And then I'll do one or two more random music streams for you guys throughout the week as well. So I just want to make sure that you guys have something to depend on now, so you know for sure Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays you guys can always come see me and we can hang out. So that's the way it's gonna be. If it changes anytime soon, I'll let you guys know. So anyway, I'm gonna head out. I love you all dearly. Thank you all so much for hanging out in the stream with me. We made a couple of new friends today, and then shout outs, of course, to Adudu8, who's virtually always here, the Almighty War Pig. So good to see you, my friend. Definitely, if you haven't checked out Almighty War Pig's channel, you need to go check that guy out. He does kind of similar things to me, very different music style, but this guy is a brilliant musician. He's an awesome gamer, and he's a great guy. So if you haven't checked out Almighty War Pig's channel already, you need to go do that, okay? Go follow him right now. Like, even before I finish signing off, go do that. So anyway, let's see. Who else stopped by? I think I saw Smoke Me a Kipper, a.k.a. Ace, stop in earlier. If you're still around, my friend, we love you. Hello. And then Familiar Oddlings, my amazing wife, Davina, of course. Thank you for stopping by to stop me, because I just wasn't looking at the time. Thank you so much for watching the time for me. Anyway, so, yeah. We love you lots and lots, and we're really happy to have you here with us. Wash your hands, wear your mask. We love you bunches, and we want you to be around forever and ever and ever. So please, take care of yourself, take care of those around you. Peace, love, happiness, joy, all the good things. And we'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye-bye. See ya.
Attention, all you high-class social climbers, play your games. Meet the man that works the clock from 9 to 5 each day. Though you sign my paychecks, buddy, you ain't no mystic sage. Your signature ain't worth the ink you leave upon the page. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're heading towards the morning. And you can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looking down your nose at me, you think you're something else. You must think I'm the dog that drools each time you ring the bell. Well, I am not your servant of this most unholy kind. I am just a messenger here to free your minds. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Oh, 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 oh. One day soon the sun will rise upon this human race. We'll see all the beauty that surrounds us in this place. It's not from all the things you buy with money you have earned. It's how you treat the people with the love that you have learned. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. has a brand new Cadillac.